In the previous video we showed that power and energy are confronting magnitudes, and that if we usually increase one, we have to decrease the other. And we said that the key parameter is the rate of charge and discharge, or the current that we let out of the battery. For this purpose, we used the C rate variable, or charge and discharge rate of the battery, which is just that, the rate at which we charge and or discharge the battery, or in other words, the current that we allow to flow out or into the battery. Technically, we define it as the current divided by the capacity, and it gives us an idea of the discharge time under these conditions. For example, if we have a 1 ampere hour battery and we discharge it with a C rate of 1C, it means that the battery is capable of supplying 1 ampere for 1 hour. If we discharge it at 2C, it will supply 2 amps but only for half an hour. And if we discharge it at C/2, it will supply half an amp but for 2 hours. Therefore, for power applications, we need very high C rates, but as we said in the previous section, to do it efficiently, the available energy is small. For example, for a super sport car, we will design a battery that can be discharged very fast, but it will have little energy. This is, it will have little autonomy and will be able to do fewer kilometers before recharging. If we want a family vehicle to make long trips without stopping to recharge, we will design a battery that works at low Cs. Therefore, it will have little power. We will not be able to accelerate from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. And finally, how do we relay the battery charge-discharge operating protocols to the battery life itself, or the number of cycles or times that we are able to charge and discharge the battery? To do this, let's go back to the sample of the tap in the previous videos. If the water reservoir fills up as a result of torrential rains instead of gradually, the whole system around it will erode and deteriorate, reaching a point where, due to this internal erosion, liters of water will start to be lost, and the capacity in liters of water that can be stored will be indeed smaller. And the same with the discharge. If we continuously demand large output flows, all the downstream mechanisms that suffer the impact of water will deteriorate much more and will have to be replaced earlier. With batteries, exactly the same. If we charge them very fast, the system and the materials cannot manage such a large amount of charges of lithium ions in that time. Many of them will be lost and the charge and discharge capacity will become smaller, as we said in the previous video. And if we do it continuously, the system and the materials will deteriorate in an irreversible way. There will come a time when we will only be able to store fewer charges, and even in the most critical phases, we will not be able to store charge at all, and it will stop working. And the same with discharge. We deteriorate all the materials and reduce the number of cycles and life of the battery. If you want a summary of everything seen in this series of videos, you can watch the following video.